Fuck yes. It's Redbar. New theme song.
Sometimes I dream that he is me. You got to see that's how I dream to be.
Bum, bum, bum.
I dream I move. I dream I groove.
Like Mike. If I could be like Mike. Hey everybody, welcome to the Redbar. It's our 1 month anniversary.
Yeah, I try. Just need to fly. I wanna fly.
New theme song.
If I could be there.
Shout outs.
I dream I move.
Yes, I do. Like Mike. If I could be like Mike. Welcome to Redbar. It's our 1 month anniversary of being on Kumia. Shout outs. We have an excellent Friday planned for you guys today. An all-day Friday again. We'll be here for the next 2 hours, and then we'll see you for an after show with Sven Stuffles over at redbarradio.tv. And boy, do we have a lot of stuff planned for our big 1 month anniversary show. First, I want to say thank you so much to our king. All hail King Kumia. Oh. Keep the Cop and everybody at Compound Media for giving us this wonderful opportunity. Boy, what a month it's been. Can you think of a show that's done more in a month than Redbar has this month? I mean, holy. Dope Jeans. Yeah, we got to chat. redbarradio.net/chat today. We're streaming good. Everything's working. Was up all night with heartburn, and I decided I got this new weed, this incredible weed that I'm going to try on today's show. Brand new, incredible weed, and it made me so happy. I almost want to start smoking it right now, but then I'm worried, what if it makes me quiet? It is a pure indica. And so I was smoking this weed, and boy, was it heavy. And I ordered, this is what I had for dinner last night. I smoked the weed, I got into bed, and Five Guys had a special on Postmates.com. $1.99 delivery. I got 3 double hamburgers. That's what I get when I go to Five Guys. I usually eat 2 of their standard half-pound double hamburger, and then I save 1 for next time, but I decided to eat all 3. And then about an hour later, I got really hungry again, and I ordered a box of fried chicken from JB Alberto's, the same place I get my chicken fingers from. And then I ate a couple pieces of fried chicken in bed, a piece of cheesecake, a Coke, and boy, have I had heartburn all day. But it's not going to stop us here. We're drinking the wine. I found a new cup left over from Halloween, so let's get this going. I hope you're drinking with us as well today. This is going to be a big one here today. Of course, we have the Gavin McInnes stuff to go over today. So everybody is going to be very interested in all that kind of stuff. We're going to show you some clips, and we're going to show you some conversations today that I promised to show over the week. A lot of people very excited about that beef. So we're going to do that today. We've got some great cringe moments from Tony Hinchcliffe. I hope you guys know Tony. Or while I'll talk, I'll open this. Yeah, somebody says that's a lot of censored food. Yeah, for some reason, we're still censored in the chat today. We got to turn that off so you guys could swear. redbarradio.net/chat. Get in, be part of the show. We like to read the chat during the show to see where we're going. Tony Hinchcliffe is one of Joe Rogan's right-hand men. You might have seen him on the Roast Battle. You might have seen him on Rogan. He's been all over. He was on Legion of Skanks. This Tony Hinchcliffe, I've had my eye on him for a bit of a while, and I was hoping, I started to like Tony. I was watching Kill Tony. I go, this guy gets it. Oof. That's all changed. Wait till you see this episode of Getting Dug with High. We always go back to the show. This show has provided so much Fool's content. Getting Dug with High. It's this show by Doug Benson where they all sit around and smoke weed and talk. Now, this show sits around and smokes weed and talks. Nothing weird ever starts happening. You never see me clam up and start shivering in the corner and asking, oh, I need a jacket. Oh, please help. But this getting dug with high, you've seen several episodes where, you know, Jack Black was a big one. Jack Black was on the show, smoked 2 hits of fucking weed. He's freaking out in a corner. Eric Andre did the same thing. Many of these guys. And you go, they all say they smoke weed. And it's so apparent they don't. And yeah, they smoke a heavy amount of weed, or maybe just a little bit of weed is enough to get them paranoid. And then they start freaking out, and, you know, all eyes are on them. And it's really great stuff. So we're going to see that with Tony Hinchcliffe. And there's this guy, Brandon Wardell. Do you know comedian Brandon Wardell? Trust me, you're going to love these guys. Tony's a fag. Tony Hinchcliffe wears tap dancing shoes, somebody says. Got my pad thai and beer for the watch. The watch today, yeah. I'm wearing my The Watch shirt. We have a breakthrough. Our guy, Patrick Martin, who we watch all the time from the Nobody Likes Onion show. Turns out, so we've been covering Patrick Melton for about a year. His nonsense. And it's been great. We've had such a wonderful time doing that. And finally, the wine. You know, when you're talking and opening a bottle of wine, it could last three or 4 hours if you don't stop yourself. We had a breakthrough with Nobody Likes Onions. It's been almost an entire year of watching him, and he's never mentioned the watch or acknowledged all of these things that we say about him, and he finally did. He finally broke down and started reading the chat, reading the negative comments, and we've got it all on tape and much more. You're not going to believe how we broke through this time. I would say that it is the watch history. So we're going to go over that tonight. I don't know if that'll be on this show or the after show. We're going to see how long this Gavin stuff takes us. I don't have much planned for the Gavin stuff. I wanted to show you this conversation I had with him, and then you make your own opinion. But I know people are going to be lighting up the chat with stuff, so that could take all day. And then we have, what else? I like to read what we have now. It gets me excited for the day. And then you guys could also remind me, because a lot of the times I never go back to these things. Oh, we still got that racist article about me. Not racist, or the article about me being racist. Big article about me that was written up. That I'm part of the alt-right. I'm one of these Milos or McInneses. So we'll go through that today. That's going to be a good one. And then... yeah, we'll have some other stuff too. It's Redbar. You know how Fridays go around here. They're very fun. Is Kanye West still in the hospital? I need to know this because I'm starting to think that I made a mistake with Kanye West. I'm starting to think that this guy is a complete tool. I mean, how long could you stay in the hospital for? You know what I mean? What are you, Patton Oswalt? How long do you need to be in this fucking hospital bed? It's getting gay. You know, I can't keep defending a man who's in the fucking hospital unless you're having some sort of kidney transplant. You should be in and out of the hospital. You know who's never been in the hospital? Me. Ever. Birth, I was there for a little bit, and then in and out. Home. No complications. The right way to everything was fine. Oh yeah, I'm drinking out of this today. This is, I found this from about 7. Do you ever do this thing in your house where you go and you look through a cabinet that you haven't opened in years? And I found this, and I burst out laughing when I saw it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to drink my wine out of this today. And I did bring a backup cup because this might be even too silly for me. So let's try. I hope you're drinking here today. You do it like a test tube shot to get the day going. So what are people saying? They're saying he left the hospital yesterday. He just got out. Either way, you know what? You know what I'm thinking? Fuck Kanye West. I'm done with him. And these Yeezys, waste of money. These are $1,200 Yeezy Moon Rocks. They're going in. Fuck Kanye. Fuck Kim. Fuck the Kardashians. And fuck these $1,200 Yeezy Boost 350 Moon Rocks. It's just enough. And I made the wrong decision. Woo! Bye, Kanye, we made a mistake. Oh. You know, you shouldn't be spending that much money on shoes. Let's let those fuckers burn. Woo, it might be too much. Dun dun da 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 da. Bye, Kanye, bye. Controlled demo here on Redbar to kick off the show. That wasn't planned, by the way. Spur of the moment decision there. So, there they go. And you know what? Let's return to normalcy. We'll put the Nikes back on. How hot is this? There they are. All scorched. I'll let you look at those in a second, but how long could you be in the hospital for? It's getting a little gay. No, Mike, no. Jeez. This is Mike's butt plug moment. LOL, awesome. What about Kate? Finally. Why is this happening? Black shoes matter. All that smoke. Yeah. Shouldn't breathe that in. So let's see what we got here. Very hot. These burned right up. These are the Yeezy Moon Rocks there. Maybe that will get me on some of these sneaker vlog YouTubes. Look at that. I can't even get the other one out. It's... Very, very hot. And a fire there. There you go. So that's it for Kanye West. We're done with him. Okay? How do you transition from that? We have a wonderful, wonderful show for everyone today. Now that's some heat. Are you now barefoot? No, I told you. I put on the Nikes. We're back to normalcy over here. Taking down frauds, saying goodbye to imposters. It's the only way to do it. I'm just kidding. Just a fun little bit. I thought it would wake you guys up to start the day. Nike always wins. Switching shoes like a podcast. Mr. Rogers. Yes. I don't care about the shoes. I like that score. That's the same thing they play on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Thank you. Distressed Yeezys. Haha, don't touch the pain. Oh, Mike, don't forget to talk about the Gavin thing. Supposed to remind you. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We have a full day here today on the show. I like to start slow today because we are going to be here for a long time. I like to get people involved and caught up, get the booze going, get comfortable here before we get into the big stuff. So I do want to wait. I think we'll start with the Gavin stuff. You know, about a half hour into the show. We want to make sure everybody's here. When you start the show, this is kind of a bad time. Everybody's on their way home from work. They're just tuning in. So we want to make sure everybody's here. What happened to Kanye? He was in the hospital. It's faggotry. All right, let's see. Cameron Malik is sending me something. Holy fuck, are you watching this? This is the greatest. Somebody sent Cameron a message. This is the greatest moment in Redbar history. I'm at work making everyone watch this crazy burned shoes. We're all dying. It's just a pair of shoes, guys. Okay? And we did this thing in the Bring Back group the other day where I said, you know what, just for fun, you know, because shoes matter to me. I think you should at least have a clean pair of shoes. And I said, you know what, just for fun, let's see what type of shoes people are wearing. And we did this thread in the Bring Back group. Maybe I'll pull this up. And I said, take a picture of your shoes that you're wearing right now. And, okay. Guys, you don't have to blow all my bits by screenshotting and putting them on the Bring Back group. I'm deleting this. Remember, there are people, they want to be as surprised as you. Don't blow the bit. Somebody just posted the burning. I'm deleting that. So we're on the Bring Back group here. Let's see this shoe thread. Actually, I'm going to need a link. It's so buried now, I think. But, yeah, you should all be burning your shoes. You know, it was photo after photo of the most beat up, stretched out holes in the shoes. dirty, just monstrous. And I couldn't believe it. You know, I figured at least everybody wears a pair of clean shoes, but then I remembered, no, they don't. You know where they do? If you go to like New York City and you look down, so many like brand new pairs of sneakers and people just keep them clean. Nothing expensive, but it's like any other item that you wear on your body. Your shirt isn't all dirty. Your pants aren't all dirty. Your hat, your watch isn't covered in holes, I would hope. But for some reason, people think that your shoes could just be, you know, like an old tire. So you saw me burn some shoes. I hope you guys throw away your shoes. Go out, get something nice. We're going to be giving $160 out to everybody who listens to the show so they could go get a new pair of sneakers or shoes. I don't care what kind of shoes. I'm not a snob. I am. But just have something clean. You know, respect yourself. No wonder people in Canada. Did you know this? In Canada, you don't enter a person's home without taking your shoes off. This is a big problem with me and my fiance's family. So in Canada, even if they're having a party at the house, if you go to somebody's house for a Christmas party, a New Year's party, a birthday party, doesn't matter what. Doesn't even matter if you're just acquaintances. This could be an office party held at somebody's house, people from work. Everyone takes off their shoes and puts them in a pile by the door. That's nuts. We don't do that in America. I've always said, if you're going to throw a party, you sweep. The next day, you clean the ground. If you have carpeting, maybe don't throw a party. But the next day, you take out a mop, you clean it up, and then everybody's happy. Shoes are a part of going out. We don't take them off. You take off shoes when you go to bed. That's about it. I wear shoes all throughout the day. And I would be very uncomfortable if I was going to somebody's house and they said, will you please take off your shoes? Thanks, Mike. Yeah, they're thanking me for the 160. Email me and you'll get your 160. We're also giving new laptops out to everybody. Yeah, Cameron Malik in the chat. Can you imagine forcing somebody to bend down and fiddle with their shoelaces to enter your home? It's so embarrassing. Yeah, imagine that. And I decline. I really do. And nobody says anything, by the way, to me. You know, like when I walk in my fiance's house, I'm only calling her my fiance, by the way, to let you know our relationship. Because if it's a girlfriend, it's a little, if I say wife, they don't say anything to me. But I guarantee they're thinking about it the whole time. I'm the only person in the house with shoes on. I'm the only person at dinner wearing the shoes, and I'm thinking about it all night. Is she going to ask me, is this fucking bitch going to make a comment about my shoes? Because I'm ready for it. I've planned a speech. So I really think that is whack. But I can see why people say take off your shoes, because you guys, your shoes are caked. Caked. I understand. Some of you have work boots. You wear these shoes on the job. It's very admirable. Take them off when you get home. Switch them. New laptops, shit. Yeah, people didn't know this on the first, I think, was it the first or second show on Kumi? I said we were going to give out, because people said, the stream, having a hard time with the stream. So I said, fuck it. We're getting everybody new laptops, and we're getting everybody new shoes. You know, this show isn't about me. It's about the audience, and we want people to rise up, to be better. Why the fuck would I wear my dog shit, burn, piss covered shoes in my house? Somebody says, why do you have dog shit, bum piss? Oh, yeah, bum piss. Well, that makes sense. Well, you have a point. The bottom of people's shoes are very, very dirty. Don't you guys look? Why are you walking in bum piss? Don't you guys wash your shoes after you take them off? I do. Spend about a half hour a day. Clean my shoes as soon as I get home. Why are your shoes covered in dog shit and bum piss? Somebody says most people avoid stepping in shit and piss during the day. The floor is not a countertop. Yeah, that's also a good point. Who cares if your floor is dirty? My floor is filthy, by the way. My floor is probably dirtier than a Walmart's floor. I haven't mopped in months and months and months. Just get over it. Just don't play on the floor. It's not for playing. Most people don't walk around caked in shit. Yeah, that's what they're saying. I've been to LA, never had an issue. Can I have 160 worth of chicken tenders instead? Guys, please spend the money that I'm giving you on shoes and nothing else. Okay. Is this the shoe thread here? Here we go. So I'll show you. There was about 5 people with clean shoes, and the rest were really, really horrendous. Let me see if I could pull these up for you so you can see what we're dealing with here. And I understand a lot of people don't care about their shoes, but what I saw on this thread was really, really shocking. So I'm going to go into debt to make sure you guys have something a little better. Like, look at these guys. Let's see. Wish you were this brave. Look at those. What are those, huh? Some browns? Your shoe shouldn't be brown on brown with a different shade of brown and then a bluish brown hue. I mean, imagine walking through the store and going, these are nice. What are these, shabby brown? Those are hot. Yeah, I saw some really, really bad stuff in here. But you know what? Everybody was brave for posting, and that's what we want. You know, don't be embarrassed. Don't get mad. Don't get sad. So it was nice for people to just be themselves and post their shoes. But here we go. Here's some Vans. Nothing wrong with a little pair of Vans. Look at how dirty they are. Why is this okay? You never wash your shoe? I mean, again, if the bottom of your pants got this dirty, you know, they'd be in the wash immediately. You would never wear them again. But the shoes you guys let turn into mud. I wonder if this is a miscommunication around the world. That shoes, oh, here's mine. These are what I've been rocking. The Yeezy Proud Boy version 1s. These are old dusty maroon dress shoes with a stripe on this side. So here, this is what I've been kicking around the house. 2 sizes too big, of course, because they're hand-me-downs from my dad. As, you know, the same with all Proud Boy shoes. These are shoes that you go, Dad, do you still wear these? Because I just got into dress shoes. Yeah, that's what Proud Boys do. They go into their dad's closet. You know, most Proud Boys live with their parents. So what they do is they go into their dad's closet, and their dad's got shoes from the last 35 years lined up. Dad, do you wear these anymore? Could I take these? Because I'm classy now. And then you're going through. I did this when I was what? A child, 6 years old. Then you're going through, oh, Dad. Can I wear these dress pants? These are nice. And they're wearing this stuff. So there they are, the Yeezy Proud Boy V1s. Hey, go check this out on the Bring Back group. They're very dusty. I know I still make these look pretty hype in the picture. You're probably looking at this goes, that actually looks pretty cool. Trust me, it's not. The laces are made out of a wax rope. Very dusty. Creases in the leather. Did Mike burn his mop, too? Very funny in the chat. That's Jetpack Zach today. Kumail Mom's shoes are covered in tears and bum piss. Yeah, Kumail's still having a very, very hard time getting over this election. Same thing with Michael Ian Black. Really, you know, I've totally gotten over this since the, I think the last time I thought about the election or Darnell Trump was, after our 2 weeks of covering the liberal tears stuff, the meltdown, the sore loser stuff. And then I kind of, it's more about Gavin and Proud Boys now. Shouldn't everybody be more about Gavin and the Proud Boys than anything else right now? So, yeah, I'm over this election stuff. But, you know, both sides, the alt-right, the Proud Boys, they're still, every day. And same thing with Kumail and Michael Ian Black. They're still very much concerned. Every step of the way, everything that Trump does. There's more to life, fellas. They look fucking big on you. They look too big on you. Yes, these are ill-fitting shoes. Yeah, they look too big. Well, those are some skinny joggers there. You know, which, by the way, is in. Okay? You know, if this was 7 years ago and I was wearing these, I could see how people could go, oh my God, he wears skinny jeans. Skinny jeans back then weren't what skinny jeans are now, by the way. I would never wear the skinny jeans from when skinny jeans first started. So there's some confusion here. You know, And I just want to make it perfectly clear that what was cool in 2004 doesn't still hold up today. So we have a lot of miscommunication when it comes to style with people. So you hear this one a lot. Oh, skinny jeans. Oh, my God. The skinny jeans that came out around 6 years ago, when we all made fun of them, are still gay. Remember, you would see these guys, they walked around looking like little warlocks or something. And they'd be these disheveled guys wearing like a zip-up hoodie and their hair was messy. You know, what you would call like a hipster faggot. And they would wear, back then, they actually didn't make skinny jeans for your average guy. So these guys were almost wearing like women's jeans. Remember, they were all kind of one color, just skin tight around the whole way, and it really looked ridiculous. And a lot of these guys were walking around, and these guys were chubby guys. You know, remember these hipsters that were very chubby? They would walk around with these skinny jeans, and you go, oh, and it was repulsive. Okay? But, you know, cut to 7 years, you know, in the future. Having a slim fit jean is now the standard. I hate to alarm everybody, but things change. So your baggy, what would you call them? Where are you getting your pants these days, Proud Boys? Kohl's? Your baggy Wranglers? Well, I think Wranglers are even slimmer than that. What do people wear? Lee's? Old Navy jeans? That looks horrendous when you have that big, baggy, cheap denim coming over your shoes. So it looks foolish. There's a lot to, there's more subtlety than, oh, skinny jeans suck. Trust me, you guys are the ones who look like the out of it's now. So I see where you're coming from, but I don't think you were paying attention. Mike stole a 15-year-old's emo kid pants. No. This is how cool people dress in 2016. So we are going to be talking a lot about the Proud Boys today, and I want to make something perfectly clear, and I think all Proud Boys are going to be behind me with this one today. So listen to this one. I want to tell you a story that we could all get behind before we get into Proud Boys, because you hear me always making fun of Proud Boys. Hold on. When Darnell Trump, our king, Donald Trump, when he first hit the scene and announced his presidency, he had a little speech where he said, they're bringing drugs, they're rapists. And some of them are nice. Now, what did the media do? This was a turning point for the entire world, and everybody could get behind me on this. When he said that, we were shocked because the media reported it as all Mexicans are rapists and murderers and bad. Remember that? He did not say all. And they said all. And boy, were we upset with that twist of reality. Remember that? You don't have to be a Trump supporter to be mad at that moment. Everybody should get behind that moment when Trump came out and talked about illegal immigration very fairly. And the media twisted it to make it sound like he said all. And I mean, till this day, if you say, why do you hate Trump? People go, because he said all Mexicans are rapists. And that blew our minds. And that was enough to go, fuck all these people. It's time for a change. And I think, that's why everybody ran over to the right. We couldn't believe the lie right in front of our very eyes. With that being said, when I make fun of Proud Boys, I think that out of all the groups of people I make fun of, they should understand this the most. When I make fun of Proud Boys, I'm not saying all Proud Boys are faggots and idiots, cons, phonies, and autists. But I can't interrupt myself every time we'd be here for a year if I said, well, not all of them, a lot of them are great guys. I need everybody to understand this going further. Many Proud Boys are great. They thought this was just a Gavin McInnes show, fan club. They thought it was tongue-in-cheek. They got roped in. But on the other side, just like the Mexican thing, Many of them are autists, lonely boy, complete losers, looking to follow any man. So from this point forward, when I refer to Proud Boys as gay, just imagine it's like when Trump said some Mexicans are rapists. I'm not talking about all. Can we agree on that right now? Because it really holds back the conversation. Because now when I go, Proud Boys do this, Proud Boys do that, you'll get one guy in the chat. Oh, I'm a Proud Boy and I'm not like that. I understand. And I'm not trying to offend you. So we have to look at it that way, okay? Because I'm going to be making fun of the Proud Boys a fuckload this year. How embarrassing. Volume is down. There's a lot to make fun of. So I think we could all agree to that. Not all Proud Boys are complete homos, but a lot of them are. They do have a king. They have a leader. Gavin McInnes, who is also kind of a gay guy. No, okay. Well, we're going to be very fair with all this. I also want everybody to know we're trying to have fun. This is a very fun show. We make fun of people that we think are making great errors and enormous mistakes. And the higher the risk with our targets, the more fun everybody has. Okay, do you see how this goes? This is not a courtroom. This is not a democracy. This is a place we watch, we laugh, we have some fun. But as soon as it starts turning into a courtroom or an argument, we got to recognize that. And we got to go, this isn't fun anymore. It's too angering. If it gets angering, we're missing the whole point. This is a show. A show. I don't know about you guys, but I like when there's activity and incidents on these shows. My favorite episodes of any show are when there's an incident and things are getting real and there's actual risk. If you want make-believe comedy, I could direct you over to the Nerdist Network, where they come up with nonsense all day long. To me, that doesn't move my dial whatsoever to hear made-up comedy. I like it real. I like when the stakes are high. You know, Mountain Watch. Thing about Patrick Mountain Watch, what makes it so funny is this long, petty process of watching a man and having it be real. If I just made up a character called Patrick Melton and we made fun of him and did this all in a non-real way, nobody would give a fuck. It would be silliness. So we need to remember, this is entertainment. So I don't know why anyone would want this to stop. I mean, do you remember the show that was on Compound Media before Redbar? Do you even remember what was said on any of those shows? We've been on a month, and it's all you talk about. So it's working very, very, very well. And that's not to say that, Mike planned all this. This was a setup. This all happened organically. It was great. We're still having a very fun time. But some of the stuff today is going to get touchy because people are very close fans of both shows. And I see people on Twitter going, oh, no, don't do this, Mike. You're throwing it all away. No. I'm doing whatever the opposite of throwing things away is what I'm doing. So I don't understand the pussiness, the weakness in the scared people who do, It's like I always said, when I'm walking down the New York City streets on a Friday night and you see two guys fall out of a bar fighting each other, and then you see all these people trying to break it up. Stop! Why? Isn't a fight the funnest thing in the world? Is this not why you go to the movies? Isn't this what your fucking video games are all about? So don't puss out when it's real. You're not emotionally involved in any of this stuff. Just enjoy it. Pretend it's a fucking movie. That's what I'm doing. Proud of your lad. They're saying we need a real podcast war. I love Mike. I love Gavin. I love the drama. That's a great guy. That's adrenaline control. You know, when you see some of these Proud Boys, they're in their group going, oh, I need to kill these people. And they're actually having threads. We need to find him. We need to beat the fuck out of him. We need to, I'd kill. How are you this mad? Seriously. A guy's making fun of Buckby. When have you ever tuned into Redbar and seen me just go, he needs to die. We need to kill this guy. I need to. If you're getting that mad, you might need to check yourself into a few examination centers. Nothing should control you that much to where you're mad. You know, Gavin talks about adrenaline control all the time and then always talks about how it's good to flip out and lose your mind. It can't be both. You don't have adrenaline control when you want to hit somebody. I haven't wanted to hit, well, I've got some fantasies about some pummelings. But you should never be that mad. And I don't want to make people that mad. I really don't. Not because I'm scared. Come, fight, beat me up, murder. What can you do? But for your sake, I'm not doing this show so that you want to fucking rip your eyeballs out and kill somebody. Just trying to have some laughs. Some very hardcore, real laughs. To me, I can't laugh at made-up comedy. Doesn't do anything for me. No stimulation at all. People are getting that way even more. You're watching, you know, the whole election was a great example of how we need something real. The stakes need to be high as fuck. But getting so mad that you want to hurt somebody over this, or you'll beat his fucking ass, shows a real lack of adrenaline control. So I don't know how strong these Proud Boys are. You know, they seem to think that they're kind of the leaders of the world. Let me tell you something. There's about 1,700 people in that group now. Over 300 people have either been banned or left because it's too gay. And I'm guessing half the remaining members are only there to watch this nonsense. You might have 50 active members that are making it look like the entire Proud Boys is this gay man's group of hatred. Now, at the same time, we hoped Gavin wasn't one of the 50 people that is making Proud Boys look insane. Not only is he in that 50, he's the number one head guy. When Proud Boys first started, we all thought it was a tongue-in-cheek movement. We thought it was like how, again, I've said this many times, we thought, the Barmy. This isn't a Redbar army. For God's sakes, you guys can't fight in those shoes. This ain't no army. If this is an army, I'm going to die immediately at any time we go to war. This is not an army. But we call it the Barmy. It's a tongue-in-cheek thing. Our listeners, redheads. You're not redheads. We don't think that's cool. We're making fun of this guy, Tommy NC 2010, who calls his fans Tommy heads. So we thought it'd be funny, redheads. It's nonsense. And that's what we thought the Proud Boys was. We thought it was a tongue-in-cheek way of, you know, getting involved in the show. And then over the course of time, we realized a lot of people take this very serious. This isn't just some tongue-in-cheek nonsense. And I always assumed Gavin was like me. When I first got introduced to Gavin, I was, yes, finally, a guy like me. He doesn't seem to really care about all this other nonsense. He knows how to have fun. 100% on board. And then as I examined and as I got a little closer in this last week, I'm fully convinced that it's not Proud Boys that are the problem. This isn't just Proud Boys going out and making Gavin look bad. Gavin is 100% for real, no bit, involved in this stuff. I've been waiting. I said on the other show, I've been waiting for a year for Gavin to go, guys, I've kept a top secret project secret from you guys for a year. Roll it. And then he rolls this brilliant documentary that he's been secretly making called Proud Boys. A look at how easy it is to convince idiots to join a cult. And then he stops Proud Boys, and this was all for a big movie, and it wins Sundance Awards. That's what I thought. So that's why I never hated Gavin. That's why I never said he was a fool. But it turns out, and we'll show you today, if you don't believe me, I don't want to do this all day. Because I have hopes for Gavin. He's not like Patrick Melton, where he should be wiped off the internet and he has no business doing a show. In fact, it's the very opposite. Gavin could be, based on what I've seen, one of the most important people in this whole game. But he threw it all away with 22-year-old autistic retards and some vengeful nonsense with the rest of the world. Going over to the alt-right, everybody's a fag. Everybody's gay now. Nobody but him and the 22-year-old autist. And I've seen enough footage. I've seen enough emails. I've seen enough. And I've talked to Gavin. And it's not a bit. I don't know what it is. And we'll hopefully get there somewhere. You know, at the end of the day, this is what I want. I wish and I hope that Gavin comes back to us. And back to reality. Yes, that's not ethereal. Everything's not gay and ethereal, you little writer. We hope you come back to reality because you are severely missing the point of what's called the big picture of the world. I'll give you an example. If you're listening to audio only, I'm holding my fingers barely open at all. You can barely see anything in between. That's how big the Proud Boys is compared to the rest of the world. Yet Gavin is focusing his whole life on a few retards. I think he's trapped in a bubble. I think that he thinks that everything else is an outside attack from a liberal. I mean, you see these Proud Boys. You make fun of them, and you know how they make fun of you back? They made memes, like liberal leftist memes about me. That I'm a woman apologist or something. You should see this meme they made of me. Where it's like, hey, check out the Redbar meetup. And it was a meme of all these faggots, and it had Redbar shirts, and it said, like, we're trying to, you know, women's rights or something. What are you talking about? We hate women more than you. Women are, you know, if it were up to me, women would eat under the table. But it just goes to show they only know how to parrot each other. They only know how to make fun of the liberals. And for a group, I said this on Twitter, for a group that excludes almost all of America with their alt-right nonsense or whatever they do, maybe they consider themselves new right or pro-right, whatever they are is shit. I don't care about the definition. I'm going to call them alt-right because that's what they look like in comparison to the normal human beings of the earth. So when you say stuff like, Mike, why would you do this? Oh, why would you attack the Proud Boys? Me not attacking the Proud Boys is worse than anything else. The Proud Boys exclude almost everybody. Me making fun of 50 to 60 complete imbeciles from the Proud Boys doesn't hurt anybody. It hurts them. And they're the ones who talk the loudest. So it appears that, oh my God, what is Mike doing attacking these Proud Boys? Let's come back to reality. Just calling yourself a Proud Boy is insane. Wearing a Fred Perry polo shirt buttoned all the way up because Gavin said he loves those is nuts. I have talked to enough Proud Boys to know that these are not stable individuals. And we need to make it very clear, or else my show will become one of these things. Let me talk to you about that. Before we even got on Cumia, Sven and I hated the Proud Boys for months. Everybody in the Bring Back group knows that we've always screenshotted their faggotry and laughed at it. Hey, what about these dress shoes? Hey, what about this suit? Hey, how do you go out and get a girl? Do you manipulate her and drag her? These guys are nuts. We've been making fun of them the whole time. And when we joined Compound Media, we always talked, how do we handle these Proud Boys? And to me, I can't speak for Sven, but to me, I don't want an audience filled with alt-right peppy frog men. The bottom of the barrel Twitter eggs, where it's just a Twitter egg and his name is Nigger McJewbag. He's got 2 followers, and every one of his tweets is to Patton Oswalt saying, I am so glad your wife's dead. While that's hilarious, those are not good people. In fact, they are the deplorables that Hillary called them. They want to panic and say that they're not, but maybe you're not at heart. You know, maybe you're like me when people call me a racist. But this is all we see of you. Your Twitter name is Nigger McKilljew. And all you've done is say really the worst stuff in the world to people. I mean, these are the people who they tweet to Leslie Jones and they go, you are a nigger ape. Now, I think that is very funny. I've called people nigger apes, negresses. Not to their face. There's a big difference between joking around and being absurd and having a good time and going up to a black person and saying, you're a nigger ape. That is deplorable. Now, if I never said any of this, here's what you would do. Here's what all the people would do that aren't me, the small-time thinkers of the world. This is what they would do. They would join Compound, and they would try to appease. You're all so great. Oh, we love you, please. And they would take every fan, from the biggest retard to the shitbag to the racist. They want them all because it's cash to them. Not me. This, here, I want to show you again. This is the Proud Boys and the alt-right. This is the rest of the world. So if anything, pandering to this tiny little group is excluding this group. And this isn't the liberals. This is just the rest of the world. If Compound Media cares about the big picture, they'd be worried too about this tiny little group that excludes this huge group. So that's where my mind's at. But a lot of people would come in and, they see the interaction that these lonely fucking losers give you. They get Proud Boys tattoos after week 1. They're already changing their profile picture to a picture of you. We don't want them. So I can see how you could so easily fall in love with that. And I've watched it. And that's what's happened to Gavin too. He's been swallowed up by a fan base that would be a fan base of anybody that panders to them. You understand? If I came into Compound wearing my Trump hat day 1 and Steven Crowdering it, they would all love me. There would be no problems. I would be their alt-right king. I've seen it happen when they've mistaken me for one of their alt-right faux heroes. How they retweet me and how they stand by any nonsense that I say. And most men will get sucked into that and pander to that fucking group. Because, hey, look, I've got an audience. I don't want that audience. I'm not saying I don't want those people, but I don't want them as they are now. And I'm not going to pretend to be some alt-right leader so that we could get along. So to the people who say, Mike, don't scare away these guys. I had a guy, he said to me, he goes, Mike, a smart thing to do, though, is not make fun of them because, these guys will be your fans. They'll join the barmy. To me, that's sick. But what can you do? That's where America's head's at. Business first, right? Money. Not here. A fool is a fool over here. Whether that's my boss, whether it's Gavin McInnes, whether it's Donkey Lips, you act like a complete asshole. And we see it, we call it out. It's not like we're doing this on purpose. It kind of organically happened. But I wanted to put an end to it right away. I don't want one day, because you know what would happen a year from now? If I never said anything, kind of pandered and collected this alt-right audience, that could be the only audience I have eventually. See, what you're not understanding is when most of your people are these alt-right guys, anybody who's not an alt-right guy doesn't want to be a part of it. So when you go to my Twitter and I have 60 retweets, but it's all from scumbags, and you could tell because they're profile pics, anybody who is not part of that very small group looks at that and goes, ugh, he's one of those. I've got articles who think I'm one of those. So if you want to talk about making a mistake and driving away people and, oh no, why is Mike burning bridges? No, no, no. Me sticking with those people, me allowing what they do, and me pretending and turning a blind eye is the mistake. I hope people understand that. And I know so many of you are fuming mad. He's a liberal. He's a cuck. There's no convincing you. And again, you are this big. So I don't necessarily care. Now did I take this leave? Because I'm starting to get a headache here. Gavin put a diaper on his dick. Yeah. So here's what we want. People are always just going to turn into like what we do with other guys. I hope not. I think Gavin is capable of doing great stuff. But right now he is doing gross stuff. And shit. And he's only pandering to 22-year-old kids. There's no real adults that are into what he's doing right now. And maybe people missed it. Maybe people don't see that Gavin at his meetups that he goes to every week where he gets completely wasted with 22-year-old autists. I mean, the bottom of the barrel people. And smashes people's phones and does this nonsense. Maybe you haven't seen that yet. Maybe we have to show that to you. But we're going to always welcome Gavin back. We're always going to give him another shot because I think he's great at what he can do. But what he's doing right now stinks. And everybody knows it. Even the people who follow it. You get so consumed in your own bubble. You make fun of the left. Everything you make fun of the left about, you do, by the way. So you're in your own bubble and you're seeing everybody else. Your Twitter feed is only your alt-right friends. You're in this Proud Boys group all day, and then you watch shows like Gavin, you're watching Steven Crowder. So in your mind, all this stuff is what everybody's doing. No. It's nuts. It's not what everyone's doing. In fact, the entire rest of the world looks at the alt-right as a weird group of poor, white trash, lost souls who are icky. I really need you to... That's not me being a liberal. If anything, I prove to you how much of a liberal I ain't. So don't get mad at somebody for trying to stay in the rational, realistic. I understand how they drove you over there. And I understand how you got swallowed up. But I'll tell you what, Gavin telling you to go out and assault liberals so that you can get your 4th degree as a Proud Boy is nothing but disgusting. If you're out there saying, no, man, that's cool, you haven't lived enough life to know what's cool yet. And look at you. You don't know cool from a hole in China. And this is true. See, a lot of people are missing what's going on here. Gavin is taking the Proud Boys so seriously that he is encouraging his audience to go out and assault liberals, get arrested, and once you get arrested for assaulting them, you get your 4th degree. It's not a joke. He had a guy on his show the other day who went out and did some of this, got arrested, and he was congratulating him on the show. Now, me and you, normal people, see this and go, I would never go assault anybody, so... But a lot of these people will. Hunter will. Alan J. Erickson might. So, it's getting to a gross point. And I'm looking at my show's future. Remember, I'm on this network too. Remember, I'm a show too. And I don't need to be associated with the most disgusting batch of people on the internet. So that's kind of part of it. Okay? I know you're going to whine and complain about all that. I think we're getting too serious. You know what it is? I'm getting my little headache now. I'm going to take this pill because we have a lot of fun stuff to do. It is our 1 month anniversary here on Campand. And it's been amazing. Really. So thanks to everybody who's come over. The Barmy has officially doubled. This is true. Twitter goes up by 50 followers every day, it seems. The interaction is off the charts. It's never been like this. I've done this show for 13 years. It's never been this excited. And I've never had so much fun. I mean, every day I wake up and it's a full day of fun reading all this stuff and going over all this stuff. So I couldn't be happier right now. I know a lot of people think that, this Gavin, but I go to war like this with a man every show. There hasn't been a show where I haven't done this. There's nobody more used to this than me. Now, we're very sad to lose Gavin. But don't get it twisted. This is not a show killer for anybody. This will be the biggest thing the show's ever done. And if you don't like challenges, you're a fucking pussy. What should I do? Make fun of Michael Ray Bauer for the rest of my life? This guy's a sitting duck. My entire life has been training. This is what I think when I smoke a ton of weed. My entire life, all this going after people is training so that I'll be properly equipped one day to take down the right people. I'm not saying that about Gavin. I'm not trying to take him down. I'm trying to bring him back. New challenge. New challenge. We've done all the taking down. We've deleted shows. Have we ever brought a man back? New challenge. How about that? Never saw that one coming. How about all the problems we have with Gavin, we fix? What about that one? I got to take this pill. My head is starting to pound. I really swore I took this before. So what do you guys think about my speech? Am I right? Am I wrong? What do you think? Now, the Proud Boys are going to say that I'm wrong, but they're Proud Boys. Do you understand? So we can't really listen to them. These are guys who are wearing Fred Perry shirts and they're punching each other and they're going out and assaulting people and a lot of them are white nationalists or whatever they want to call. I know they go, we're not actually white nationalists. We're actually white contemporary. I don't know the terms because I don't need to know any of those terms. It's gross. The fact that you know every term for, racist little, separate parts of their dichotomy and stuff. It's fucking nuts. Let's see. Redbar might keep me on tax. I was hoping for post-election politics would die down, but not so much. Oh, you were hoping for that, yeah. New York City Crime Report is great. We love the network. And you know what? I'll tell you this. Throughout this whole thing, nobody said boo. People have been reporting me, that's for sure. Here's something you need to know about the Proud Boys. Not only have they banned over 300 members from their group, and they want you to believe it's because they've taken... It sounds like I'm serious right now. Like, really, I'm not. The headache and, sometimes I just want to let everybody know I'm not taking this as serious as it might sound. They've banned over 300 people. People are leaving by the dozens. Not an hour goes by where a Proud Boy doesn't message me and say, Mike, they banned me. They just banned me. This is nuts. And I go, yes, I've heard that story 10 times today. And you all know who you are, and you all know it's true, email after email. So it does appear that it really is a small portion of the Proud Boys, and unfortunately Gavin, that are the ones lost on this. Wait, what was I going to say? They banned 300 people. This is true. They want you to believe it's because they're just Redbar people trolling. It is not. You know this because you're a banned Proud Boy. Fuck. What was my other point? Headache. Getting in the way. This will be gone in 10 minutes, by the way. This headache. I deal with this every day. I forgot my other point, but they're nuts. They're crazy. So, are we mad at me? Do we like me? Here's what I want. I'm not concerned. I know they're going to fucking hate my guts. And if you're a fan of Gavin, you have loyalty to him, you're going to fucking hate my guts. We're just going to have to hate each other's guts for a little bit. But to Redbar people, because I saw a few of them, the pussy's concerned, oh, Mike, don't burn this bridge, please. I want to let you know that there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to worry. Oh, yeah. Kumia, Keith, none of these people have come to me and said, Mike, leave Gavin and his Proud Boys alone. None of them have said anything. And, this is my point. The Proud Boys, so here's the Proud Boys. They started their group because they were the anti-SJWs. Remember when I was on Gavin because that Amy Miller, what did she do? She reported me to people. Remember that? And how disgusted Gavin and the Proud Boys were. And all the alt-right people came out to support me. And they put me in Breitbart, and Milo retweeted me. And I had 2,000 retweets from every alt-right person because Amy Miller was writing to people I worked with and telling on me, ratting on me, trying to what? Get me fired. I want to let everybody know that the Proud Boys have been doing this the last 2 weeks. They've been writing to Anthony Cumia. They have been tweeting to him. Mike needs to be off the network. They've been sending him all this stuff trying to get me fired because I made fun of a couple gay things. This is what the Proud Boys are. They're not who they say they are. They wish they were these confident, in-control people saving the world. They're the exact same lost souls. The fact that I even need to talk about this shows that I'm in a bubble, because I guarantee most of our listeners are sitting at home going, no, dumb, Mike. We don't know why you got involved with this group of nonsense people in the first place. You don't have to explain, because I'm so lost in this world on Facebook and Twitter where I'm seeing Proud Boys commenting. They shouldn't even be in my life. It's a disservice to my life to be in that bubble. And I think people forget what bubbles they're in. And it's so easy to get in that bubble. My Twitter, I got to redo my Twitter because really, it makes it seem like the whole world has that point of view when it's so different. I mean, when you go and talk to your dad, they don't know any of this stuff even exists. They have no idea. So to carry on about it and to think of it as anything more than a fucking, teardrop in an ocean is a disservice to yourself. Okay, this headache is fucking killing me. Hopefully it'll go away soon. Don't worry, we're going to be here all night. Tons of fun planned. Can we take a vote if we want to hear more about the Proud Boys? See, people don't even want to hear about it, but we got to cover it. I mean, come on, we got to cover it. We'll move on eventually when it gets stale, so you don't have to worry. This isn't going to be, even Sven was concerned. He goes, we shouldn't do a watch on Gavin. And in his mind, he's going, for the next year, we're going to be talking about it. No. There are no planned events. We talk about things as we need to. I think it's very fair and balanced. Let's see. If so, I might join up. Alex Jones is Bill Hicks. Okay. We've heard that one before. Do they let fags in their group? You know what? I got to say, I love the word faggot, especially since it was banned. But I got to say, you guys are killing that word. Everything can't be faggot. You got to have some diversity in your words. If everything's gay and everything's fag, the problem, everything is faggot to them. You're making that word embarrassing. Not everything is faggot. Not everything is gay. There is more to life. So enough with that. I know it sounds fun to say, but if you go and look at these kind of fag, he's a faggot, this is gay, you don't know from gay. Okay? You're not in the position to know what's gay and what's not. Trust me, we've looked through your pics. So lighten up. Proud Boys are SJWs in disguise. Lady Alchemy doing the same thing. Lady Alchemy played the victim. Lady Alchemy pretending, I talked about this on the last show, how she's being harassed. You're being made fun of for doing things that deserve to be made fun of. Let's knock it off. Same with the Proud Boys. Tough boys. Adrenaline control. So tough. Your whole life is me now. That's how tough you are. God forbid a real challenge. What am I saying? I probably am the most real challenge they'll ever face. God forbid you were ever hit with any sort of real attack. You'd crumble like that. It's just amazing. We made fun of Buckby for being short. It was fun. It was a gag. And you guys lost your fucking minds. And all the good guys who were in that group, like I said, a lot of people joined the group thinking it was just a tongue-in-cheek thing. They're all Redbar fans now. People don't pay $100 a year, $50 a year, $11 a month to join the Barmy when they hate me. That's a lot of money. And Proud Boy after Proud Boy after Proud Boy is joining the Barmy. It's not happening the other way around, where Redbar people are running over to the Proud Boy side to team up. Their group went from 243 people to 1,700 people in 2 weeks. That's not good. It has only been good for us. Nobody has left Redbar because of this, but many have left the Proud Boys. So we're whooping you. No, but again, how fun? Isn't this fun? Isn't this what you want to see? I mean, all week, I can't wait for Redbar on Friday. Isn't this better? What should I do? Should I interview Frank D'Angelo? No offense to Cumia, but should I do that? Imagine if all this drama happened and then today I just had on some shit comedian. I'm like, so, where are you playing this week, huh? You guys would fucking lose your minds. So don't dare ever say you don't like this, because it could be very fucking boring on a podcast. Trust me. I sit through them all, and they're all terrible. So, you know what? We don't got to carry on and on. I think people get it. I think people understand. Again, there is a very vocal 40 or 50 Proud Boys who hate me, and they want to kill, and they want to murder, which I don't want to get murdered. It's a little rich. That's a little much. You go on Twitter, get off the kill your... Jesus Christ. Could you imagine saying that to somebody? I just wish you were dead. When have you ever heard us say that about anybody on the show? We don't want them dead. We want more of them. You should never want another person to be dead. I can't think of really anybody that I want dead. If you want somebody dead, gone, I think what you're saying is, I can't handle it. It's too much for me. I can't. I need them gone. That's the only way I could process. That's what it says. When Gavin comes on his show and goes, he's dead to me. What happened to adrenaline control? All I've said is the Proud Boys are fucking faggoty. That I'm dead to you? That's a cop-out, by the way. Me being dead to Gavin is so that he doesn't have to respond. It's so that he can not have to look at it. It's the same reason he doesn't smoke weed. Keep going. Stay in that tunnel. Stay in that bubble. Don't listen to anybody on the outskirts. Keep going straight ahead. Good luck with that. You would think Gavin, for all that he preaches, would be able to have more than a 5-minute conversation with me without, I can't. Fuck you. Could you imagine how he carries on? I'm very reasonable. I'm not here to destroy Gavin. I don't hate him. I've never said anything like that to him. Fuck you. You're dead to me, you faggot. That's pussy shit. Somebody on Twitter mentioned, oh, this is a great war. This isn't a war. These guys won't even answer my text. I said to Gavin yesterday, I go, Gavin, listen, we're both, how about a truce? How about that? How about I come on my show Friday, we do a truce instead of a 6-hour covering of you. He won't respond. I'm dead to him. He can't respond. 46 years old, father of 3, can't civilly say, yeah, this is stupid. What am I doing? He can't do that. It's too immature. And that goes for anybody who wants people dead. All it does is make you look unstable to want people dead. Why would you want them dead? You should want them changed. You should want them fixed. Nobody should want me dead. You should just not want me to do the things that are annoying to you. You know, and that goes for everybody. I would hate to see if anyone from Redbar was saying, and in fact, I've done it, you know, we make fun of these people, and then I catch Redbar people on their YouTube. Fucking kill yourself. And I go, what are you doing? Kill yourself. You want this guy to die just because he's not your cup of tea? That's fucking psychotic. And they mean it. They can't, you know, if you go to the Bring Back group, redbarradio.net/BBG, fans only, you know, we know how to keep a group together without it imploding, you know. So, but if you go to our group, you'll see screenshot after screenshot of Proud Boys talking about how they're going to dismantle my face, how they'll kill all of us. They have guns. Oh, I live in Chicago. I'll go to a studio. I'll kill you. This is too much for you? Just a guy making fun of some very basic things that most of the world would think are gay? You need that person dead. That's fucking crazy. And Gavin these are Gavin's top guys saying this. That's the difference. People go, but Mike, you got a lot of faggots that listen to you. Sure, everybody's got faggots. You can't control who listens to your show, but you can control the behavior that represents you. The difference between me, our audience, and the Proud Boys is I don't make the worst of our audience second in command. I don't go to the biggest shithead that we have and say, you know what, you should write for Redbar magazine. That would be crazy. That would rule. It doesn't rule. Those guys make our show look bad. I make fun of them to everybody. I go, nah. You know how many people I've kicked out of our group because I knew they would ruin the group? Losers, trolls, idiots. I don't want that. I don't want to be the leader of the retards. That's not hype. I would rather have 10 listeners that are great than 100 that are fucking insane. You think I want to waste all this charm on a bunch of fucking people that have no idea what I'm talking about? They just want a group to be a part of? That's not what this is. So, yeah. Can't control the faggots, brah. Yeah. Show Gavin standing on his pecker with Cherry. We could show all day. That's the thing. I still have a little bit of respect for him. And I'm going to give him another shot. And I want all of you to, too. This could be a crisis. This could just be a midlife crisis. I mean, anybody who watches Gavin knows he's not dealing with any of his problems. You're not seeing any growth. You're seeing de-evolving. Everybody knows that. Everybody. So, I don't know. We want him to be cool again. It's funny not being alt-right. Make sure rules are like, okay. Opie would be pissed if you became king of the retards. Yeah. So we're cool. We're the cool show. They're gay. You got it? Nobody cares about any of this other stuff about, you know, guys tweeting me, Mike, be careful. You might lose Compound Network. Who do you think you're talking to? If I got fired this instant, I would get fired on my own terms. I said this before. You might have missed it. I'm not taking a dime from Compound. They offer everybody a salary. I declined. If I leave now, my show is the exact same. You would tune in tomorrow. It would look just like this. And the same amount of people would be here. I'm not going to lose any of that. So know what you're talking about. And stop thinking in terms of what you would do. Because that's why you're not me. That's why you work at some fucking bogus job. Because of your fear. I don't have that same sort of fear. I have a plan. My plan has worked already. And if it all went away today, I did what I needed to do. Okay? Don't worry about me losing Compound. But I love your support. But me getting fired will be an even bigger move. And it will happen. I know it's going to happen. You saw Taxgiving. Does it look like anybody over there likes me? I went into this 100% expecting to be fired immediately. And we know exactly what to do when that happens. I'm not getting paid from them. They're getting paid from me. They're making a lot of money off me right now. All of those shows. In fact, saved by the move. Didn't spill. Got some on the hand. Did not get on the jeans. I know a lot of you guys want to see these jeans go in the garbage, but it's not happening. I'm wearing them every show. Gavin, in fact, is making a lot of money off Redbar. I'm not making any money from him. You know, for these people who go, Gavin, he gave you this opportunity and this is how you repay. He did not give me this opportunity. Let's talk about that. Compound Media, Keith the Cop runs Compound Media. He picks what the shows are. Keith the Cop saw my coverage on the Danny Golightly situation and loved it. He said I was the only one who got it right. That's why I'm on Compound Media. Now, sure, me filling in for Gavin and the great response from the amazing job I did is also part of that. But Gavin is not. Gavin had many people fill in and be on his show, and they don't have shows on Compound Media. Okay? I made that happen. I purchased the airfare and hotel and dog sitter and went to New York City by myself and made an amazing show and shit on everybody on that network and got a ton of new fans from it. Gavin was nowhere to be found when that happened. Gavin did not pay me for my first appearance. You know what he did on the second time? Because he asked me about 3 months later. He goes, hey, will you come in and fill in for me again? And I go, yeah. And you want to know what the $4 million man offered me? And he knows it's expensive. I got to take a flight last minute to New York City. I got to get a hotel. I got to get a dog sitter. I got to take Ubers to and from the airport, to and from the dog sitter. I mean, these trips to New York cost about $1,000, $1,500 if you're eating lobster, like I do at Burger and Lobster. I'll never do that. I'm not into lobster. I just happened to eat it that time. You know what Gavin offered me for doing his show a second time? $150. So don't pretend that Gavin is some gracious man who helped me out and I'm under his wing. I helped him out. I filled in for him and made it exciting. You saw those other people who filled in for him. Do you even remember that? No, no one does. And you know what? I didn't see that $150 from Gavin for 9 weeks. He never paid me. And I never said boo. Because I don't care. I didn't do it for the money. I don't care about the measly $150. I went there, I did my thing, and I got thousands of new people. He never paid me until months and months later. Could be more than 9 weeks. And then he goes, I'm sorry I didn't pay you. But he didn't forget. He said, I'm cheap, so... Some bullshit like that. But the $4 million man, if I had $4 million, people would be getting paid, nigga. $150. That's what he gives me. I spent $1,500 on each trip. Maybe more. I'll show you the receipts. So don't start saying that Gavin has been such a helping man. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody but himself. Trust me. And you took the $150, that's even worse. No, he PayPal'd it to me. I didn't ask him for it. Why is that even worse? And you took the $150, that's even worse? In what mind? Come on, Mike. Does anyone agree with this guy in the chat? He goes, and you took the $150, that's even worse. Come on, Mike. That's what this guy says to me. If I had $4 million in the bank and I was asking a guy for a second time to fly to New York City to do my show, I'd say, whatever the flight is, send me the receipt and the hotel and I'll cover that. That's so fair. How could you argue with that? And I never asked for the money. Weeks and weeks and months went by. Never once said, Gavin, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I would never ask for that money. And then he finally PayPal'd it to me. What am I going to do? Send it back to him? If Mike had 4 million, we would all have new MacBooks. Exactly. Is this really ridiculous to keep drinking the wine out of this skull? Look how good this skull is for a $1 thing, from the $1 store. Scottish or cheap? Somebody says. You're just saying that because he's been kicked out of a company? He's been, what? Pretty weird to take the one. What are you talking about? Wait, we got to get to the bottom of this. Why are people saying pretty weird to take the 150? You should have said fuck no. What are you talking about? Why would anybody do that? There must be a misunderstanding. I don't know. So Gavin asked me to do his show a second time. Of course, I would say, yeah, money or no money. He goes, I'll give you 150. It wasn't like he said, I'll give you 150. And I go, let me think about that 150. Yes. No, it was just like, it's very nice, covering part of the airfare. So why shouldn't I have taken the 150 for... No, he didn't pay for the flight. He didn't pay for the hotel. He did not pay for anything. The 2 times I flew from Chicago to New York, hotel, dogs, I'm telling you, each trip cost me $1,500 plus. And I've gotten $150 2-3 months after he was supposed to pay. And I didn't care. Nobody cared. I'm just letting you know. So why would anyone have a problem with that? I took the money. Who wouldn't? He PayPal'd it to me. I should have refused the money? I don't understand. He should have paid me for my flight and hotel. I think that's perfectly fine for a millionaire. Remember, this isn't me. If this was like a guy like me who's living, bill to bill, then fine. But for a person with $4 million in the bank, to even offer 150 is gross. And to not pay would have been disrespectful of my, yeah. Are we just talking to 2 people right now? Because the chat, I saw 2 guys mention, I can't believe you took the 150. That's even worse. In what world is that worse? Who am I talking to? You didn't stress about 150 because you're not a loser or anyone. Yeah, I never even asked him for it. 150 for 2 hours work? What are you talking about? I'm saying he shouldn't have got more than 150. Ugh. Okay. I think what Mike's saying is how ridiculous that Gavin would even offer to pay him 150 and then take 9 weeks to pay it back. Yeah. Who is... Mike never pays taxes. He's like Wesley Snipes. What are you talking about? I pay more taxes than probably anybody out here. I live in Chicago. I was on set with him for 13 hours. It was a blast. Yes, don't address the dummies. Okay, we're just talking to a couple of idiots. See, I need to know. That's why I wish you could see their faces as they chatted. Because that could be like a 16-year-old deformed kid. I pay every tax possible. I don't care about any of this. If I have an accountant and they do all that, I don't even look. I'll burn money right now. Where's money? Watch this. I want to show you how much I give a fuck about money. We're burning money. Well, unfortunately, this isn't going to be as cool as I thought it would be. I only have $10 here, but I just want to show you. I don't care. I am the most non-cheap guy in the world. Here's a 10. Perfectly good 10 here. This isn't fake stage money here. And I will just show you. There is no concern with money. If I had 100 here, I would burn it as well. This happens to be the only cash. I'm a debit card man. There you go. There is nobody cares about money. It's just a little story about Gavin. Here you go. Bye-bye $10. Doesn't matter. I pay tax too. So remember. Wait, I don't know what we're remembering. We're just doing a talk show here, boys. The Autistic Proud Boys are screenshotting this chat. We would love, remember, this is a public show. Well, it's on Kumia, but it's anything I say online or in the chat or on my show is meant to be heard by every Proud Boy. Do you understand? So when you clip my stuff and you go, look at, oh, they're screenshotting. Thank you. You're passing my message along to them. Thank you. Now they're seeing it. That's what I want. You are such a rebel. Yes. Trust me, there's, you make fun. There's like 50% of this chat right now would never burn a 10. They would never. They really wouldn't. How many things do I need to break? I burned $1,200 shoes on the beginning of the show. I burned a 10. I'll burn it all. We'll empty my bank account. We'll set it all on fire. Money is the last thing I'm concerned about. Now, I need money to live, so I do these things. What do you do for your money? I guarantee it's worse than what I have to do for it. Burn more money. We will. Anything that, as long as it doesn't disrupt the internet here, I will burn whatever you need from me. Burn the glass. Okay. Well, right now I'm drinking out of it. We'll burn everything that I own. Okay? Could have used that 10. See, there's a lot of people out there. Believe me, Drew Michael would never do it. I ripped up a 5 in front of him and he couldn't believe it. Get the new Space Jam 11s. I don't want those. I think they're ugly. Burn Shula. That is a loved one. We don't burn dogs. It's awful. Start a burnt money thread in the group showing you burning all your money. Yeah. How about that in the bring back group? Show that you're not cheap. Believe me, a cheap person wouldn't have flown to New York like that and spent all of his money. I don't care about these things. You need to think about the end of your life. Always thinking about the last day of your life, not in the moment. Well, be in the moment, too. You've heard Rogan say that. Mike is even burning bridges. These aren't bridges. You don't want what's on the other side of that bridge. Trust me. So, we're having a great time. It's our 1 month anniversary. We're celebrating. Wait. A good time music. Mike, self-immolate yourself. What does IMMOLATE mean? No, this isn't about hurting myself. That's very counterproductive. Burning money is not. I'm a proud boy, but I don't get some of these guys who act like Gavin is their daddy and must follow everything he does. That's very good. Renovate the studio live. Okay. No, we are. We're going to be getting a new studio. If we make it 5 months on Kumia, then we'll redo the studio. But we're not going to redo it like Steven Crowder did it. Have you seen Steven Crowder's awful studio? He made a desk. His desk is like a tiny little thing, and he's sitting in the corner of a room. It's insane. Brown on brown on brown. Brown on top of brown, nigga. Burning the bridge while denying burning a bridge. Yep, these are very funny jokes, guys. Some of these guys in the Proud Boys, I think, have dad. Guys, these are crazy people. We shouldn't even be talking about them. They're insane. And I know maybe some of you need examples. If you've got examples, send them into the chat and I'll play you the video. Because I think you hear me say everyone's insane and you're thinking that they might be normal and maybe I just think they're insane. No. Like a Buddhist monk, Mike, you need to light yourself on fire till death. Okay, fine, I'll do that to prove. Here we go. No, I don't want to die. No one wants to die. Gavin probably sees burning money as an offense to the American history and the capitalist ideology that we were built off of. Yes. Crowder's desk, IMFA. Oh, yeah. Let me show you Crowder's new desk. Literally, he has this giant room, and in the corner is this tiny, kid's desk where he sits. It's so small. And it's all brown, like fake brick. I mean, everyone I know is an imbecile. Really. I'm the only one who's not, to me. No, I'm an imbecile too. I just got to get better. But just watch that Hunter Kid's send me links to whatever you want. We're partying here all day. We're having a great time. That was an hour and a half. You know, and again, we don't want to infuriate. We want you to have a great time, but I understand if this is a big turnoff to you. Nobody gets it more than me. Proud Boys are cool. I'm a Proud Boy. I post in the Facebook group all the time. Lock me up on Facebook. Good one. Who is your favorite radio host, biggest influence? I would say Gavin or Steven Crowder. One of those. AMA, ask me anything. No, I want to have a cigarette. I want to drink some more. What can we do right now? How about Sven? Does Sven want to call in now? Sven Stuffles. Let's get him on here and get this party started. We've got a half hour left of our show here on Compound. Is my fly undone? Somebody said, or no, you made me look. Somebody says, excuse me, Michael, if I may, your fly's on it. It's not. And if it was, who cares? It's an open flap. What do you think? That's like a huge fail? Your whole outfit is undone in a way. Gavin was at his best. Yes, we all know when he was in his best. We all know. I don't need to get into minutia. We all know. We all know that this isn't the way. Look how he dresses now. It's shit. He doesn't look cool. When he first started doing the show, didn't he look cool? He had a cool beard. His suits were even cool. He wore suspenders. Now it's like really shabby and off. Like he looks shitty. It's a tell. Sven time. Hey, Mike, I love you. Yes, of course. What's not to love around here? So we're waiting for Sven. He's going to call in. My best friend. Hopefully he's out there. I haven't seen him type once in the chat. You know, knowing Sven, he probably forgot we're on the air. Let's get him. You around? Or, you know, what's wrong with him? He should be listening to every moment of this. I hope he didn't fall asleep. He could have fallen asleep again. I told him he was supposed to be on in the second hour of the show. Can you go through Hunter's autisms? I really don't want to give Hunter any attention. I have the proof. Burn your pubes, Mike. No. Why would you even think of that? Like, imagine there's a guy out. What could he burn? What could he burn? I'd like to see him burn his pubes. Then he writes that in. Hey, Mike, read my comment. Oh, wait, this is that Bronzer guy. He's banned, right? We hate him. Sven.
Sup, motherfucker?
So you are here.
Yes,
Nice. How are
I am
you?
hurting, though.
Why? Oh, yeah, because you want to tell people what you did?
Well, first of all,
because I'm concerned with you.
I have severe heartburn. Yeah, last weekend I went out with a couple of friends, had a lot to drink, started out with 0.5 gram of cocaine. That turned into 1 gram of cocaine.
Yeah.
That turned into 1.5 grams of cocaine and about 25 beers. Yeah. And then one of my friends, he had one seal left, and he was like, guys, I can't do this anymore. So I jokingly, as a cool, funny guy, I grabbed his hand and I snorted another 0.5 gram of cocaine, which sent me into a spiral of drug-fueled awfulness.
And let me tell you something. Take it from me. He has not been the same since.
Shut the fuck up.
No. I mean, you've been sick.
Oh, yeah, I have been
very sick. In the mind and in the body.
No, listen. So I legitimately spent about 3 or 4 days in bed, like completely sick.
Yeah.
Just having nightmares, waking up like an existential fear of the end and the void. Like I visited.
Was it worse than when we did ketamine in London?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't worse.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to get a gauge of where you were, but you've really been, this is like your first day out of bed, really.
No, yesterday. But yesterday I felt better than I feel now, because now I feel like because I fucked up my immune system.
Yeah, now you're getting sick.
I'm getting
it's winter,
sick.
Start of the winter coming here. What do you got there?
I started drinking. I had about 2 cans of beers, and I feel pretty good.
You look great.
Thanks, man. Oh, I appreciate it.
My best friend, Sven Stuffles, here today, joining us for the last half hour of the show.
Can I congratulate you on burning those fucking Yeezy Negro pantoffles?
Thank you. Well, Thank you.
think
What do
you
you
have
think?
you have about 4 or 5 more of those, right? We should burn a pair of Yeezys every
it's
hour.
just
People can
no,
donate.
hold on. Well, there's a lot of money we're talking about here.
I know. Can I comment on something? Because
Sure.
you were shitting on people's dirty shoes, right? Here's something.
Well,
that
not yours. Not yours, though.
No. But here's the thing. There's something called wear and tear. That is cool. It's
Yes.
cool to wear broken, shitty shoes. in
Well,
some
if they're the
occasions. Some
right
of those-
shoes.
I know. Most of those shoes were shit. But here's the history of that. I don't know if people know, because you shouldn't focus when you're a white guy and you want to do fashion. Don't focus on hip hoppity stuff. Don't
No,
focus
don't
on
listen
the
to
black
him,
stuff.
folks. Don't listen. He
Okay,
lives in the
this is-
Netherlands.
This is my
Hip
opinion.
hop
Okay.
Is
Oh
what-
yeah, all we have is fitted suits. You guys walk around the baggiest shit. All right. So here's the thing:
Yeah.
black people used to work in the fields. They used to wear rags. Okay, they used to wear rags. So now that they're allowed to walk amongst us in our societies, they want to be pristine. They want to have the cleanest
Yeah,
shoes.
we know.
They want to wear the gold. They want
Yes.
to deck out. Whites do the opposite. A successful white doesn't pretend to be. So
You're
it's
right.
cooler as a white.
But let's not get it
be-
twisted, though. The way they looks awful. I mean, those shoes that they have. You pull that off. So you're a great example of this. When you see Sven in person, it all works. And he's wearing what you might consider shabby or beat up, wear and tear. But he pulls it off great. If I wore that kind of stuff, I wouldn't look great in it.
You don't think?
No. Plus, I'm very into hip hop. It's part of my fabric. Now,
All right, but you get what I'm saying, though,
of course,
right?
of course. And you know what? It's different for every person, and there's no right way to do it. But when you look at somebody, you shouldn't, be so. There's actually no rule to it. It's just you either get it or you don't. You can't help these people who don't get it.
Yeah, but also you can look at a certain person that wears a certain style and you just know there's something off. There's certain people, we've talked about this. We've ran across a bunch of people's Facebook pictures.
Yeah.
You can see like this is not the type of clothing you should be wearing.
Exactly.
You don't look confident. You look silly.
Exactly. Well,
know?
you can't help these people. Yeah, I don't want to give people tips. That's more of a Proud Boys thing to do. To give people tips and advice.
All right.
yeah. No, I'm not making fun of you.
I'm not saying people should all do that. This isn't the rule. I'm not
Yeah.
telling people to wear Fred Perry. By the way, wearing Fred Perry, that's in Europe, and that's where Gavin got it from. It's trailer park trash,
Yeah.
racist guys. Like those were the
Yeah.
junkies.
Yeah, the Proud Boys is one of the shabbier looking groups of people on the internet. I mean, they really look so bad style. It looks like they went to Kohl's in 2002. Kohl's is a really shitty poor person's department store here in America. And they got clothes from 2002. Maybe they went to Target and got some Massimo jeans that are too baggy. And they look just awful. I mean, I can't tell you how bad you look. Now, I understand not everybody should be wearing Yeezys and stuff, but, for me-
Yeezys over here are lame. So
Well,
I'm glad
tell
you burned them.
Let me tell you a secret about Yeezys. I actually started wearing them because a guy like me doesn't wear Yeezys. Okay, so let me tell you a little history about this. I actually found it to be interesting for myself to wear a $1,200 pair of sneakers. That is not something
Yeah.
a guy like me who hosts a show like this typically does. Doesn't really happen. So, it was kind of more of a contrarian thing than anything else. But I think sneakers are fun and cool.
Cool.
I
Me
like it.
personally, I bought those white Adidas sneakers for the summer, and I honestly feel silly when I walk around in them. I don't like
Yeah.
sneakers at all. And by the
But
way,
that's how
people-
I feel if I wore any sort of boot or any stuff like that. That's how I feel now.
Sure,
So,
why not?
it's all
But
about,
but I also see people. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get out buy some Nikes. You shouldn't be wearing sneakers in the winter at all. You don't wear sneakers in the winter.
I do.
Well,
I
you
disagree
do?
with that.
Not me.
Plus, so here's something too. I have a wife that's 10 years younger than me. She's 23. She's still hanging with kids, and I have a really fun time with my wife. And we know it, so we don't think that we're not like actual followers of any of these trends and think it's cool. Like we have a fun time together, waiting in line and getting tour merch, and it's a really fun thing for us. And we're never gonna, poo-poo that because we're having so much fun.
Listen, that's why I'm not criticizing you. I'm not saying you should stop that.
No,
because
of
I
course,
don't like
but
it.
I'm explaining myself to the people who might not get it. We have a fun time doing that, and I do think that especially for me, it's important to keep my feet in many different waters, and I want to be up to date with what 16-year-olds are doing. I do, because you know what happens. You know what happens to a guy who starts, everything that the younger generation does is stupid. You know what happens to him? He becomes an old, fat idiot like my dad, wearing the shittiest clothes from Sam's Club and looking like a total idiot and not knowing anything.
Yeah, so why don't you
with everybody.
download Pokemon Go? Why don't you get a Game Boy Advance?
Those things are bullshit.
Well,
Fashion, style and culture is not bullshit. I think it's cool. But look at Louis C.K. Does that look cool to you? He looks like a fat
he started
fucking
wearing
idiot.
cool suits now.
No,
right?
yeah, those are cool. Those are cool. Off the rack from Men's Warehouse. I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else. I like it. I enjoy it. I like going, to the sneaker vlogs and seeing what's coming out. It's fun for me.
Yeah.
And
I'm also not saying people shouldn't wear polos or Frat Perry. I'm just saying what it's associated with. And I think Gavin is doing that on purpose. That whole, it is sort of a Nazi thing, right? It has that connotation. Same with Lonsdale and all those kind of brands. The next thing they're going to wear like white shoelaces in their boots. That's the next step. And then when you beat up an elderly lady, you get the red shoelaces.
If I was doing the Nazi thing, trust me, it would look a lot doper than how they're doing it.
Yeah, like actual Nazis. They look pretty dope.
Yeah. I mean, I think suspenders look cool. If you have the red,
that's neo-Nazi.
When Gavin, there was a time I thought Gavin looked his coolest. Forgot it was. He came on someone else's episode on Tax, and he was just wearing like suspenders and a white button-down shirt with his sleeves rolled up. Looked very cool. Now, man, does he look trashy and shitty. He's buying like the cheapest suits. You think he looks good? With a big
listen, I'm not getting. Listen.
You don't want to bash him.
I'm seeing people. No. Listen, I was the first one to bash fucking Proud Boys. You pulled up your hoodie in fear when I started bashing fucking Proud Boys. All right.
Yeah.
So don't double charge me.
Okay.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah. I see people in the chat like, oh yeah, and he made that shitty movie, How to Be a Man. No, I'm not gonna retroactively go back in Gavin's history. That was the funniest comedy I've seen in years. The funnest comedy movie I've seen in years.
Which one?
Okay. How to Be a Man by Gavin McInnes.
Oh yeah, it was a good movie when it came out.
Because people were shitting on it now. I think that's not fair. It's not fair to do that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do that.
Of course. No. You should never shit on stuff that's the good stuff. I opened the show with saying, when Gavin first came out, I was so excited.
And I think it would be smart for Gavin to kind of do this more in a tongue-in-cheek way. Yeah. Because it's going to turn into...
Oh, it's turned.
Cheesy...
It's already there.
I know. And I see a lot of it already.
There's no... there is a fixing it. I mean, and, that's what he was asking. He was going, what do you want me to do? And it's like, I can't unpack that in a 2-minute Twitter conversation. You know what I mean? Like, this is a long thing, and you're just hoping that he knew. When I was saying all that stuff to Gavin, I was hoping that he would say, yeah, I know. It's don't worry, I have a plan.
But it started off that way. It started off tongue-in-cheek and fun and funny, and now it's becoming an American history axie type fucking call.
There's a guy in the chat right now. There's a guy in the chat right now. Is he still talking about Gavin? That's what people want, by the way. Hold on. Everybody tuned in today. Everybody wanting me to talk. If you didn't want me to talk about Gavin, he's talking about Gavin. I don't know. I can't help you here, but I think everybody today, after the weeks
we've had, talk about it for a little bit. I mean, what the fuck?
Well, I'm just talking to this one. After the weeks we had, if I didn't come on and talk about Gavin, people would be sitting here. When's he going to talk about Gavin? When's he going to talk about Gavin? That's what the people want.
I mean, Gavin called you out, didn't he? The last thing we heard about Gavin talking about you is he's
well, he
calling
didn't
you
call
a
me
faggot.
out. He just said, "I'm done. He's dead to
Oh,
me."
yeah, okay.
That's
yeah,
not
he's dead.
calling
so what
anybody
are you
out.
gonna do? Not address it?
Yeah.
I mean,
And again, every time, like, okay, I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was a time where just one of many examples. Pat Dixon, who I really like a lot. This guy.
yeah.
I like Pat Dixon. He's a
Me
very
too.
cute guy. I think he looks good in suits. Now, Pat Dixon had like a thing with Bonnie McFarlane when he was co-host
That
or
was
taking
funny. He
over
was
for
talking about
Tech.
retards or something?
He was making fun of retards, which I do all the time. Turns out Bonnie McFarlane has a retarded sister or brother? A retard.
Yeah,
living with her.
a Down syndrome brother or
She
something.
couldn't take it. So she knew they were doing jokes. She got so mad and she walked off the show. Now, when
Very
I
weird.
tuned in to any of these shows after that incident, that's all I wanted them to talk about for hours. And and you know that when you tune into these shows after there's an incident and they don't talk about it, you're going, what a missed opportunity. This is what everybody wants to hear about. You know, at least me. I don't know. I think there's just a fundamental difference between the people who go, why is he talking about this stuff? Can't he just... No, this is what we like doing.
Of course.
We enjoy this. And many other people do. I can't, if you don't enjoy it, I can't make you enjoy it. But
The
you have
gossip
to
is
understand that obviously some people do.
Can I ask you a little thing?
I would love it.
It might become a little teaser for the after show, though.
Okay.
But you told me that you had a special surprise.
Burning the shoes.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought.
Well, come on. You don't see that happen every day. That doesn't
great.
happen every day.
No, that was amazing. But I thought it had something to do with something special you found about Melton.
Oh, well, that's coming up too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of Melton
Okay.
stuff coming
Well,
up tonight.
I loved burning the shoes.
Oh,
One
yeah?
of my favorite things,
Burning
actually.
the
One of my
shoes.
favorite things.
Well, you might not
Well,
like...
what about because I hate those fucking shoes?
Okay, well...
Actually, at that party I went to, some people had actually checked out Redbar, and they were like, "Why the fuck is this guy into Yeezys so much? That's fucking lame."
Well,
So
it's not that lame.
gonna
It's
tell
not that
him-
lame. It's not that lame. Let's just, we're not saying it's lame.
Okay.
And
okay.
you're actually not going to like the ending here. We're about 10 minutes till we end the show today.
Bye.
Hold on. And we've got plenty of after shows coming up at redbarradio.tv today. We're going to have fun. We didn't really get to much today, to be honest. But, I don't think anybody is complaining. I mean, if you're complaining about... I don't know what to tell you. We're probably not supposed to be on other people's networks, to be honest. But a lot of people love it. A lot of people are having a great time. I'm having a good time.
Take it easy.
Everybody who's watched the show for years has never seen me happier. They've never seen me having such a great time. It really, I'm just so happy with how things are going. So, Dixon, Patrick's really shit the bed this week. Yes, we've got some amazing Patrick Melton content coming up tonight. And boy, that show, you were there live.
We did a
for it.
massive thread on the Bring Back group.
He had his show the other night, and he started mentioning... I'm not going to even say what happened on the show because it was so epic.
It's the first time he actually kind of addressed it, but he caught himself.
We were watching live in the Bring Back group, and the thread has over 1,300 comments from his 1 hour show.
Can I say something? Somebody in the chat says Sven is going to parties where they talk about Mike's Yeezys. Yeah, that's what the party was called.
Mike's
Yeezy
Why
party.
are you going to parties where they're talking about my shoes?
Mike's
In
Yeezys.
fact, I don't like that you're actually out with people talking about my shoes.
Sorry. Well, it was kind of an
I don't like
event,
that at
We
all.
were discussing the show over here. We were huge fans.
Okay. We've got Curb Your Enthusiasm music all day on the soundboard here. In fact, there was a lot more. I was going to play you some great clips today. Obviously, we're out of time here today. And I want to end the show with this. Okay? And Sven, please just let me speak here.
Well,
I know you're not going to
gonna
like this.
interrupt about 5 or 4 times.
I know you're not going to like this.
Oh, no.
I have to admit something to you guys today.
Oh, no.
The Yeezys that were burned at the beginning of the show were nothing more than $35 fakes. These are not shoes that I
I'm gonna
wear.
hang up.
Hold on.
Hang up.
Hold on. I said let me speak. These are $35 fakes that somebody sent to me, hoping that I would wear them and embarrass myself. These are not real Yeezys. The real Yeezys are over there. I would never burn Yeezys. Kanye West is the fucking man. Those were fakes. Here at Redbar, we don't stand for fakery. And when you're fake, you get burned. Thanks for listening to Redbar.
We have about 10 more minutes.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't plan that out well enough.
Well, bye.
No, yeah, they were fakes. They're not real. I would never burn Yeezys. I love Kanye West. We hope he gets better soon.
I disagree. We have to burn these Yeezys.
You know, it was more of a metaphor, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Kanye West is the real deal. And we have no patience for phony baloney. And anybody who comes around that tries fakery will be destroyed. That is our promise here on Redbar. And we will uphold that promise for as long as we live. No matter what Bridget burns, no matter who hates us, fakery will not be allowed. We'll see you on the after show at redbarradio.tv. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
We'll see you in a sec. redbarradio.tv.
We'll be burning some real Yeezys.
No, we won't.
Yes.
We'll see you soon.
Sometimes I dream that he is me. You got to see that's how I dream to be. I dream I move, I dream I groove, like Mike. If I could be like Mike.
Everybody.
Yeah, I try. Just need to fly. I wanna fly. Just one day if I could be that way. I dream I move. I dream I groove.
Like Mike. If I could be like Mike. We'll see you in 5 minutes at redbarradio.tv. If I could be like Mike. Everybody.
Be like Mike. Be like Mike. Be like Mike. Be like Sometimes I feel this dream is real. The shots I make nobody else would take. I seem to soar. Can hear the roar like Mike.
If I could be like Mike. You can be like Mike.
Like Mike.
Burn your shoes.
I could be like Mike. Oh, gonna be like Mike. Be like Mike.
We'll be right back.
Be like Mike. 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 If I could be like Mike. Be like Mike.
Like Mike. If I could be like Mike.